In 2016, Danny found himself at the center of a tragic investigation following the discovery of his girlfriend's body in a tent they shared in a homeless community. The cause of death was determined to be blunt force trauma to the face, raising immediate questions about the circumstances surrounding her demise. Danny was brought in for questioning by detectives who were investigating the death of a woman in the homeless camp. During the interrogation, he claimed that he and his girlfriend had been attacked by another man named Jay. Danny described a chaotic scene where he alleged that Jay had assaulted him and his girlfriend, leading to a violent confrontation. Danny recounted that he and his girlfriend had been drinking and socializing with others in the camp. He claimed that Jay attacked them, resulting in him being knocked unconscious. When he regained consciousness, he found himself covered in blood, lying next to his girlfriend, who was unresponsive. He insisted that he had called for help, but fled the scene due to a parole violation, fearing repercussions from the police. As the interrogation progressed, the detectives expressed skepticism about Danny's narrative. They pointed out inconsistencies in his story and highlighted witness testimonies that contradicted his claims. According to witnesses, Danny and his girlfriend had been heard arguing prior to the incident, followed by sounds of slapping, which suggested a more complex and troubling dynamic. Witnesses at the camp reported that Danny had a history of domestic disputes. They described his girlfriend as frequently arriving at shelters with visible injuries, raising concerns about the nature of their relationship. Despite Danny's insistence that he never physically harmed her, the detectives confronted him with these accounts, which painted a different picture. The interrogation reached a critical point when Danny was confronted with the evidence of her injuries. The detectives made it clear that she had suffered severe trauma, including a broken jaw and skull fractures. They pressed him on whether he could have blacked out and unintentionally harmed her during a drunken episode. Danny vehemently denied any wrongdoing, maintaining that he loved her and would never hurt her. Throughout the interrogation, Danny displayed a range of emotions, from anger to despair. He repeatedly expressed his love for his girlfriend and his devastation at her death. However, his emotional responses were met with skepticism by the detectives, who noted that his behavior seemed inconsistent with someone who had just lost a loved one. Despite Danny's claims of innocence, the evidence against him mounted. His decision to flee the scene, change his clothes, and his inconsistent accounts of the events raised significant red flags. Ultimately, Danny was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. The case of Danny serves as a tragic reminder of the complexities surrounding domestic violence and the often blurred lines between victim and perpetrator. While Danny maintained his innocence, the evidence and witness testimonies painted a different picture, leading to a conviction.